I'm 55 years old, and for the last almost 6 months, I've been laid off. And I'm starting to feel a little bit worried because I still don't have a job. But more than that, I'm feeling embarrassed and I'm feeling stupid. Stupid for staying at a job for 12 years with a company that I knew laid off all the time. Um, when I first got the job at this company,
First mistake he made, he knew the company was laying off and he did not have an exit plan. If you knew the company was laying people off, you should have been searching for another job.
right away, I knew that there were layoffs. I saw layoffs all around me. And for 12 years, I probably witnessed 25 different layoffs, and I still stayed with the company.
Okay, so with his 12-year tender at the job, he's seen over 25 people get laid off, but he did not take that as a sign that maybe he need to have some type of backup, maybe update his resume, just in case he ultimately was fired. Sounds like he got complacent at the workplace and just eventually they wound up letting him go.
And I knew that there was a great chance that I was going to get laid off, especially the last year because I basically ran out of work, and they had laid off somebody from my team the year before for the basically the same reason, and it seems like they were trying to weed out our team, and also we got new management, and
So essentially, the writing was on the wall the whole time, and instead of being proactive and going on the offensive and trying to find a new job, update his resume, get some new skill sets, he pretty much waited until they let him go.
and those new managers didn't care about us at all. They never had our back, and I work for a company that you're just a number at this company. They lay off anybody. It doesn't matter if you're a VP. It doesn't matter if you're a manager, a supervisor, a low life. They lay everybody off. They're constantly reorganizing and laying people off, and they don't care how it affects your life. So I knew that, and I never found another job.
Again, so essentially, this whole time during his 12-year tenure here, he knew that this job laid off people like clockwork, but he never chose to do anything about it. You know, I mean, it is sad that the gentleman did lose his job, but at the same time, it's like you gotta take some accountability. You literally saw everyone around you getting laid off. What you think was going to happen to you eventually?
And I don't know why. I just rolled the dice. I, I also saw that successful people at the company moved around. Like they got different jobs. They didn't stay in the same place for 12 years like I did. I was in the same position, same department, did the same job for 12 years at that company. I never moved around once. Um, but
AKA, he never grew. He never made himself an asset. He never made himself valuable. So ultimately, like I said, these companies, it's all about business and the bottom line. And they cut the fat.
um,
No pun intended.
and and my friends who I started out with, the people that I were close with were already laid off before I was laid off. They didn't really move around that much. So the people that seem to, you know, be able to stay at this company, move around, or they know somebody high up. And I didn't.
Again, so he was aware of all the people that were successful and had a long-term tenure at the job, moved around to different departments, but yet he still decided just to stay in his same position for 12 years.
So I knew that I should be leaving that company. I kept complaining to my family for like 5 years. I'm going to get laid off from this place. I'm going to get laid off from this place. I'm going to get laid off from this place. And they were like, "Oh no, you're not. No, you're not." I was like, "You do not know this company," and I still didn't leave. So now I feel really stupid, and you know, and everybody.
I mean, he shouldn't feel stupid, but he should definitely feel like, I mean, he had all the information there. Like I said, the writing was on the wall. He should have definitely been a lot more proactive.
But when I first got laid off, I thought, well, I heard, everybody told me, well, they can't keep people in positions. Hiring managers can't find people to hire. You find a job easily, blah, 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 blah. Well, first of all, when they laid me off in December. So that's a terrible time to be laid off for a job. So for the first,
Definitely it's rough getting let go around the Christmas season. Yeah, so that's always tough. And also, like I said, a lot of people go on Christmas vacation. They're not coming back to New Year's, so they're not looking at resumes probably to like the second, third week of January.
few months, like from December to March, basically, I hardly had any feedback on my resumes that I sent out. People weren't hiring at all. They don't really hire at that time of year. It was only in March really that things started to pick up, and then I had some bad luck on interviews. Um, there were jobs that I thought that I was going to get, and basically they told me I had, and I didn't get them, and I still don't understand why. But now I'm in the situation of being 55 years old and not having a job, and right when people are about ready to retire, and and so all I want to do is find a job that I can work at. And
Yeah, he's definitely in a bit of a tough position. Being 55, a lot of time, a lot, most people that age are getting close to retirement, getting ready to wind things down. He's in a position where now he doesn't have a job. Except not too sure about his finances. But like I said, usually people 55 are getting ready to wind down, looking to maybe another 5 to 7 years um, until retirement.
until I'm like 67 and then retire. But and but I don't know when that's going to happen. So I'm stuck in this really weird position, and I'm really starting to get depressed. So the longer I'm laid off, the more depressing it gets, and um, I don't know what I'm going to do. So I've tried talking to people and stuff like that about my feelings and stuff like that, and it's just there's nothing they can't help me. The only
At this point, he should pretty much try to take any job he can get just to get working, just to get his mind off of not having a job, just to get out the house, just so you won't become depressed and start spiraling down.
thing that can help me is having a job. I'm somebody who likes to work. I like to get out and meet people, and yet I'm stuck in this position. So I guess this is just a really, really bad time in my life, and hopefully it's the last big obstacle I have. Hopefully, the next time I find a job, it's going to be one that you know lasts forever. A job that I can retire from. But right now, I'm really just feeling embarrassed and stupid and just really starting to get depressed. So I just can't believe I'm this old and I find myself in this position. And I tried doing the right thing.
Actually, his position is a lot more common than you think. It's a lot of people, 55, um, don't really have a solid career. Um, it's tough. Like I said, in his situation, um, he kind of knew the writing was on the wall, but for whatever reason, he just decided to just stick it out, not really get any skills, not try to move around in the company, even though he's seen that's what other people have done and they were successful. He just basically sat there until they fired him.
Before I had this job, I had another job, and I had 13 years of seniority at that job, and I was laid off from that job because of outsourcing. They outsourced my job to India, and so now I find myself in this situation. So, you know, it sucks, and
I'm curious what he actually does for work. I don't think he's going to mention it, but that would be good to know.
I'm I'm going through it day by day, but I just can't believe it's taken this long. But anyway, if you like my story, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks. Bye.
Okay, make sure you go check this gentleman's channels out. I will leave the link in the description. Let me know what you think. Um, you know, did he play a huge role in ultimately being fired, knowing that basically this company had a reputation of firing people, and he's seen plenty of his coworkers and friends get fired.